gather round for the halftime chat. Old friends cracking jokes and talking stats, from life's little games to the greatest plays. Love and the stories from the old glory days. With Philly's heart and Coach's cheer, we break it down every moment, dear. Life is a team and we've got the plan. Sports, love, and laughter, that's who we am.
What is going on, everyone? How's everyone handling the winter wonderlands that are out there, wherever you're at? It's another episode of the Halftime Coach and Adjustment Show with Philly Halftime and myself, Coach Edd. Two old farts here just to talk sports, life, and whatever. So hope everyone is doing well, staying safe and warm, whatever the case may be, enjoying times with your family. But how are you doing, Halftime?
All right. And
okay. All right, staying nice and warm. I'm sorry?
Just taking it one day at a time.
All right. So how's the family doing?
Kids are doing all right. Halftime, tired, not feeling that good today. So,
sorry.
See what's going to happen.
Yeah. Well, hopefully she gets better. So, but all right, we're here Sunday. I know we normally are here Saturday. Thank you to everybody understanding, covered the Army-Navy game. So it was a great one. Appreciate everyone who was there rocking with us. So, but we're here today to talk today about what's going on in the world of sports today. So appreciate everyone, and let's get right into it. I'm going to start basically like we normally do in the hockey realm. So take a look at the quick standings in terms of the hockey, and let's see how the Phillies are doing. I mean, the Flyers, sorry. And looks like they've fallen out of the playoff.
Yeah, they lost again.
Yeah, you're the number one wild card. I'm sorry, not you. It's the division. Yeah. The Islanders have taken over
again, so it's kind of rough.
Yeah, the Islanders actually are second in the Metropolitan. And then of course, you guys are first with the Devils coming in at the number 2. The Rangers are down at number 5 in the wild card. So, but you said you guys lost again.
Last night.
How many games this week have you guys lost?
2.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay.
We normally don't though. We always when we lose one, we go on like a game-winning streak or something. Now.
I mean, like we said last week, it's still early, so.
Way early. Early.
So you're always going to see the fluctuation. So Devils look like they're fighting back. So so I remember last week you said it was a lot of injuries with them. So yep. Islanders they're definitely doing their thing. So you got to respect.
They're a good team, man. They're a good team.
Yeah.
Be a good team.
What's up, Hardcore for All? Thanks for tapping in. Appreciate everyone who's here. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Sub up to Halftime, to the Hardcore Sports Network, the Aboriginal, and myself. All the information is there in the link. And we appreciate all the support. Share on all social media platforms. It's free for you guys. Hey, if it's free, it's for me. So, and it helps us out immensely. So, what's up, Lou? Thanks for tapping in, man. Appreciate you.
In the building.
Yeah, there you go. So, everyone's showing. So, getting back to the hockey. So, but nothing major, nothing, iconic or,
Yep.
Yeah, so 3 games in one day. Huh? What the heck is this? This is 3 games in 1 day? Devils Island Rangers triple header provides hockey dream day. Oh, I guess they all played on the same day. That's what it
Yeah,
is. Oh, okay, okay, okay,
yeah, they played all on the same day.
okay. It threw me with the title, so all right.
Yeah,
So, but there we have it. Nothing big. No major injuries or anything that you have to report in hockey.
no, I
Okay,
know.
all right. So there we have it. So, um,
Flyers need to make a move.
when is the trade deadline in hockey?
I I can't remember.
Hold on, I'll look it up.
February was it? Is it February?
NHL trade
I think it's
deadline. I'll tell you in a minute. I'm looking it up now. They just give me a trade board. I'll have to reword it. What is the date of? All right, so here it is. I got it. The trade deadline is set for Friday, March 6th.
March 6th. Oh, that was February.
Yeah, so
It is late. Yeah, that Lou, it is late. That's late one.
yeah, okay, yeah. So there you go. So cleared the driveway already now. Just food and sports for the rest of the day. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what most everyone is going to need to do. Like I was just telling halftime. My brother texted me this morning. He's up from South Carolina, and he's like, "Well, I'm gonna come see you." He's not going out to Pennsylvania to see my daughter. So I'm ripping and running this morning already. I'm like, damn. I'm not expecting you today because, you
Hmm.
know, it is what it is. So, bro looked like Gabe. Who's he talking about?
I don't know.
Who looks like Gabe Owner? Yeah, it's an inside day. Yeah, it is. It is. Um, now if you want something delivered, I mean, if you're going to be that cruel to people, make them go out. But again, businesses are open. You
Yep.
use them.
I try. I
So,
try. I try to stay in the house.
yeah.
I'm fat, lazy.
Look, back in the days when I was able to drive, well, I mean, I'm able to drive when I had a vehicle to drive. I'm one of the crazy ones that y'all will see out there. Whipping my truck back and forth, doing donuts. I was telling halftime, you like, oh no, I'm staying away from him. He's crazy. Yeah, that's me. I love driving in the snow. I just do.
You know what I used to do? I don't do it anymore.
Hmm.
I used to shovel so much. I
Hmm.
used to shovel the street, the whole block. I
The
mean,
whole
literally the whole street.
You
1
crazy.
o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, you see me with a shovel. I'll get the whole street. My neighbors go crazy. I shovel all the cars out. By the time everybody's done, I got the whole cars out and all. I used to
I,
love that shit. I love the snow.
yeah, I like the snow too. Don't get me wrong, but I
My
ain't
whole
shoveling
neighborhood,
the
like
street.
my whole block, they were like,
Mm-hmm.
"Thanks, thank you." And yeah,
Yeah,
I shovel
thanks, man.
everybody out.
No, not even a case of beer or
Not
something
a
like.
case of beer, nothing. I
Come
just shovel
on.
everybody out and shovel everybody's sidewalks. I just love
I know.
shoveling freaking
I know
snow.
those kids. The kids in your
I don't have
neighborhood
a
hated
snow
you.
blower or nothing. I shovel it all. I shoveled the whole road of snow. The plows didn't just lift up their
Mm-hmm.
blades like, no, we got
Mm-hmm.
all friggin' blacktop over here.
Yeah, yeah. See, kids must hate you because I know if I was a kid, I'd be like, man, I ain't making no money on this block.
They don't do it no more, coach. They don't
Really?
do it around my way no more. There's
Oh
nobody,
wow.
no kids knocking on the door. Hey, you want me to shovel your sidewalk and all? They don't do that shit
Yeah.
no more.
My driveway is long. Was a good workout. I failed to get my snowblower maintenance done, so my bad. So I can, okay. Now I'm old school. Back when I did, yeah, I was the one that Now, did I help out maybe a neighbor next to me whose car was plowed in? Yeah, I would do that. But I ain't doing the whole block. Well, see, I
I
had
do
a.
I do a whole block. And everybody
Mm-hmm.
be like, yo, thank you. They do give me the thank you.
Mm-hmm.
They just
Well,
like, why are you doing? The question is, why are you
you
doing this?
doing it? Yeah.
I'm like, I love the snow. I just love being out there and
Yeah, no,
you know what I mean?
yeah, growing up, I mean, making snowmen, the angels, all that stuff. I mean, look, we used to play tackle football on the street, on the ice in the snow.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean, I get it. It has its moments, but I.
You got to see my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Ready? He'll load up his truck full of snow.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm kind of like an artist, you know?
Mm-hmm.
See, he's an
Mm-hmm.
artist. So
Mm-hmm.
with snow, he makes big statues like a dragon, and
Really?
he'll get like a friggin' some flame coming out of it or something.
Mm.
He does some crazy stuff. One year he made like a big penis. I swear to God, yo, it had the veins and all, coach. I swear to God. I was like, dude, what are we doing here?
Yes.
He made a big penis, got the head just right, and he got the veins in the penis. On the ground is the two balls. I'm like, what are we doing here, brother? He goes, somebody asked me to do it, so I did it. Like, he got dragons, he got igloos. Some people ask him, hey, build this. And he just goes in his front yard and builds it because he has a big front yard.
Oh man.
Laughing like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Wow, man, that would be crazy. My nieces at Disney going for Make-A-Wish trip this week. They come back Tuesday. It's 80. They're in for a big shock. They are truly in for a big shock. Yeah, so my friend made a giant snowman. Ate it. Okay. I still not. We don't want to see the pictures. We don't want to see the pictures, man. Nah. We ain't trying to get banned now. Not on YouTube.
Not trying to get banned.
No.
My brother did it though, man. Like,
yeah, no, I got you.
I laughed my ass off. I'm like,
that's creative.
He just builds like he'll build some crazy shit. I'm like, dude. He had like one dragon come out, and he took a torch, right, and he had like a flame come out of it. I'm like,
oh, okay. I mean, the creativity
I don't know if
the
you
thing.
can see it. Hold on, here's one. This one ain't perverted. This one, I don't know if you guys. Hold on, see that one?
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff he builds. Like, it's like,
wow.
He takes all day long. Like, I'll shovel snow. He builds it. He loves play. And like, what's he, 64? Man, he old. He old. And he still loves doing it. I'm like, dude, you got too much time on your hands.
What's up, Leaf? Thanks for tapping in, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, building snow and stuff like that with snow, that's creative, man. That's truly creative, man. That's respect to him, man. So, like you said, I mean, and you can see the details. So, because most of us, you make the snowman, it's not perfect, I mean,
right.
Whatever. It's just you made the effort. But yeah, that's creative, man.
He's a creative. Like, you ever see them people take the spray cans and make those spray paints real fast? Like, that it only takes them like 2-3 minutes. 2-3 seconds. He does that. He builds he'll take out of a log. He'll build clocks and shit. And all make horses' heads. Dude's very creative. But I'm like, you got too much time on your hands.
Now look, when you talk about the spray paints, I know about that. I used to do that back in the day. I ain't gonna lie to you. Did a mural back in my high school. We did, graffiti art. That I could do that, or I used to be able to do that. But
here's the dragon. That's out of snow.
Wow.
And he does have the flame. Like, see that flame come out? Like, what are we doing here? He took propane and had it like out of a thing. And that's what he does.
Okay.
I see people go to his house and just drive around when it's snow time. Like, the whole neighborhood drives around his house just to see it. I'm like, dude,
this shit got a little side hustle.
You can do it in your backyard so somebody pay to see that shit.
Exactly. That's what I'm sitting here saying. I'm like, man, how can you get paid off for doing this stuff, man? Because people get paid off of the ice sculptures. Come on, bro. That's like, get paid off of that. They pay a lot of money for that. So,
I'm
All
like, dude,
right.
you should do this in your backyard and have people go in your backyard and look at it.
Mm-hmm.
How's a head ain't bad?
Mm-hmm.
Gotta make some kind of money.
Exactly. Something worth your while. Oops, I just realized
Yep.
something. Hold a minute. I did not realize I shouldn't change the background. Here we go. Sorry about that, guys. Still stuck on yesterday's game. So, all right. All right. So let's move on to the next subject, and we're going to talk about a little baseball. And we're going to start with the Phillies. And I know, you said it. You overpaid. You guys re-signed Schwarber for 5 years, $150 million. ESPN has given them an A grade. So and they're saying the Phillies had to re-sign him. So so I mean, if you look at other teams in your division, in terms of losing some players, I mean, you guys had to do what you had to do. I mean, but what was your thought in terms of re-signing Schwarber?
So I get ESPN. I get everybody that wanted Kyle Schwarber back.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, they overpaid him and gave him too many years.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. So
that's my
5 years.
issue. They gave him too much money and they gave him too many years. At
Mm-hmm.
5 years, he's not going to be that good for 5 years. He's not going to be. You're not going to get 50 home runs, over 50 home runs every year and 140 RBIs. You're not getting that.
Mm-hmm.
So, in my opinion, they overpaid because it ain't going to happen. He might get 30 home runs. He might get, let's say 90 to high 80s RBIs,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
that's all
Mm-hmm.
he's getting. Let's be
Mm-hmm.
real reality. He only lit it up this year because he needed a payday. Now he
Well,
got the payday. His bat is not going to be good, and he's the highest paid DH
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
non-player.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that means he don't play in the outfield. When they say
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
he's just a DH. I mean, he's the
Mm-hmm.
highest paid. Like it's I get it. Everybody wants to say, "Oh, he's MVP. He's this. He's this." He's not going to be it next year. So you gave him all this money for the year that he showed you he can do. I don't think he's going to do it next year and the year after and the year after and the year after. He's
Well,
not going to do all that.
here they make the argument, said that during the 4 seasons with Philly, he averaged 47 home runs, 107 runs, and 108 ribbies, while hitting 226, 349, and 507. So they're basing the grade based on the fact over a 4 year period that he's averaging close to 50 home runs. So and your argument is, you're not expecting him to hit those same type of numbers.
Right. He's not going to hit
So
those type of numbers, and then everybody's going to be disappointed.
exactly. So and let me
There are high expectations of him. They're just too high.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Or
mm-hmm.
their stats that they think he's going to hit is just too high.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
And
Well,
I don't think it's going to happen.
that's something that we have to wait and see because
Right.
let me just say, hardcore football. Thank you, appreciate you putting my info out there. Appreciate. Make sure y'all also sub up to halftime and everyone else too. So because we all put in our time and we do this for you guys and we have fun with it. So we're getting back to the baseball talk. Yeah, I
Coach,
mean,
what
and
do you think about the Phillies and from being a guy from out of us signing Kyle Schwarber again?
I get it. I understand you had to. And when you look at what happened with the Mets, let's be real. Look what happened with the Mets. The guys that they're losing.
Right.
You
He
know,
lost a lot of people.
they lost a lot of people. Now they brought in Polanco, and I heard quite a few Mets who are going off about that because they're like, why are we overpaying for this guy? And I think he's getting 40 million a year if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
Yep.
So it's like okay, but they only signed him for 2 years, so it's like, But do you want to? Because now, if you don't make that move, you could easily end up being behind Atlanta. And I know it's still early. You still have time. There's other things you could have done. But I get it. And he's your money guy in a sense. People are going to pay to come to the ballpark to see him and Harper. Let's be real. And I get what you're
Yeah, but you
saying.
can get other players that can bring there to put asses in the seats.
Then why didn't they do it in the first place?
That's my point. I don't know why they didn't. You need a right fielder. You need a left fielder. You need a center fielder.
Well,
You need people that are going to play every day.
Who is that, in a sense, that big bat? Because right now I'm hearing it's Cody Bellinger, and Cody Bellinger is not going to give you 40 home runs. He's not.
Right. I mean, do I want Bellinger? Yes. I'll take Bellinger in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to do it now that you paid Kyle Schwarber.
No, exactly.
Well, you got to pay for defense too. Everybody keeps on looking at the bat. You got to look at the defense. You know what I mean? Boom! You got to play. You got to take a freaking scale, man, and weigh it out. Because
no, you're right.
You know what I mean? Your defense. Schwarber's not giving you defense.
No, I get you on, and that's the thing. So now you're probably going to go penny annies because, in a sense, you're doing the same thing the Yankees are doing. To be honest with you,
and pinching pennies.
And it's. But then you look at the Dodgers. I mean, the Dodgers are just, they're bringing everybody in there. They don't care. They're just, because what do they want? They want championships.
But if you win the World Series, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're making million. So they spent how much they spent? Do you know if you win a World Series, it's like they make $6 billion? If you win a World Series, you make $6 billion.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So guess what? They're gonna pay the luxury tax because they're gonna say, "Hey, we'll be up."
Mm-hmm.
But they're taking the chance that they're going back. The Phillies are like, we want to pocket the money because we paid so much for Bryce Harper and JT Realmuto and all this. We're going to sign JT back. They're going to go sign Ranger Suarez. The Phillies are just going to bring everybody back. And they're going to run it back again. That's their theory. They're doing it cheaper. Bellinger's going to want too much money. But they keep Castellanos.
That's the thing that bugs me nowadays because, and I get the money aspect, and the money in all sports is there. But I'm an old school competitor. It's about championships with me.
Yes.
I get the money, and I get this is their profession, and they got to take care of their families, and there's a large amount of money, But hell, you know what? If I was an athlete and you tell me you're gonna give me $5 million, I mean, I'm also smart enough to say, okay, look, there's a certain amount of money that I'm going to take. I'm also going to not live this extremely extravagant lifestyle, trying to get in all these multi-million mansions. No, sometimes it's, take some of that money and invest it and flip it. Let that money work for you. Let the passive income grow. And there's been plenty of athletes who have done that and have been successful after. I'm saying to myself, bro, I want to win championships because when it's all said and done, I want people to look at me like Bill Russell. 11 damn championships.
Yep.
I mean, come on, that's the ultimate winner right there. And then like my Yankees, you sit there and you say their all-time history. They have the most 27 championships. And it's like now it's like, everyone is chasing the bag. Yo, he's getting the bag. I get getting the bag, but
money.
I mean, if I can get 10 million or 50 million, I'm set. I'm set. That's how I look at it, man.
Yep.
I just don't get it. What's up, Nick? How you feeling? He said,
Good,
Coach,
Nick.
did you know I'm at halftime for the first time? No, I didn't know that. Congratulations, guys. How was it? I mean, with you guys meeting up?
They went and ate Chinese food, which I'm not a big Chinese food guy. I don't eat Chinese food. I just
Mm,
Mitch was like, "Yo, it'd be funny if I came out and met up with him and surprised him."
mm-hmm,
So I did.
mm-hmm. Okay, okay. Well, that was cool. That was cool. So, um,
Somebody wanted to meet me, so I just figured I'd meet him.
he was in the presence of greatness. Hey, there you
I'm
go.
not the president of greatness. I'm not that great. I'm just a construction guy.
But you keep it real too. So, sometimes, that's the thing. People appreciate that. So,
I bought
you know,
them lunch.
yeah.
I
So,
bought them boys lunch.
okay, okay,
Ain't
okay.
nothing. I just had me a soda. You know how I do it. I got my soda. I'm good. So I bought
Yeah,
them two lunch.
yeah.
Mitch
It's,
and Nick. I bought them lunch.
it's Chinese food though. There's some that is good. I will admit. There's some that it don't fill me up enough. So, but hey, I get it. I respect that. So, look, everybody
Yeah.
has their.
No, I can't. But I'm not. I don't eat vegetables and I don't eat fruit. So yeah, that's not shit for me.
Come on, bro. No fruit. Come on,
No,
man. I can
no,
live off of food. Off of fruit, man. Again, I
no.
got cantaloupe. I got bananas. I got mangoes in my refrigerator.
I
Apples
mean,
right now.
yeah.
Mm,
No. I like some fruit? Yeah, cantaloupe, watermelon,
mm-hmm,
grapes.
mm-hmm,
Like
mm-hmm,
them? Yeah. Like
mm-hmm.
cantaloupe, put that shit with salt and pepper. I like me some cantaloupe. I'll go with cantaloupe, but I mean, when you see how much pepper and salt I put on it, you're like, oh my god. But yeah,
No, I never heard of that. I heard of salt on watermelon, but not salt and pepper on
I never heard
cantaloupe.
of salt on watermelon. Salt and pepper. Oh,
Yeah.
coach, put a
Mm-hmm,
little bit of salt and pepper
mm-hmm. I know
on
what
some
you're talking about.
cantaloupe. On a cantaloupe.
Mm-hmm,
Just put a little bit of salt and pepper. And don't do it as much as I do. But
mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, you'll be like, ooh, that does bring out a little bit of
Well,
taste to it.
here's the thing. So I can do cantaloupe and I can do mango, but I can do it chili. See, I like it with chili. So,
I
but I
I
get what you.
I never ate it with chili, but
Yeah, but when I was in Brunswick, there was this Mexican cart, and you go by and they'll have mango up there. Now they also don't have the right. They have it where it's firm. So, but then when they put the chili on there, it just brings out the sweetness even more too, and then it has a nice kick to it. So, but I get you, I understand. So, trust, believe. Coach is gonna try a little bit of salt and pepper just to see.
not salt and pepper. I'm telling you, you'll be like, that's pretty good. I'm not going to listen. I am not a fruit and vegetable guy. Oh, you put a little
No,
bit of
that's
salt and
fine.
pepper on
That's
that shit.
fine.
You'll be like,
See,
all right, that was pretty
yeah,
good.
I'm a fruit and vegetables. I mean, there's certain vegetables like I can't do okra. No, I can't do okra. No, but I can do. I love me some carrots, some corn, spinach.
I'll eat some
See,
corn
yeah.
once in a blue moon. I'll eat some corn,
Hmm.
green beans
So
once, and I mean like it's a blue moon. It's not like I eat it every day.
what's up, Vic? He's a college should have signed with Pittsburgh. So, yeah, okay. I had teriyaki chicken and rice and shrimp. Was it Chinese or was it Japanese? Or was it he said halftime had a Coke. I had to read that for a second though. I thought he
Wrong
said
coach,
halftime. I thought he said halftime had Coke. I was about to say, whoa, what?
yo,
But he said a Coke.
wrong coach, wrong coach. Coca Cola.
Yeah, Coke. No, I got you. We
Hmm.
offered him more money, so yeah. I mean,
Yeah, last year I wouldn't mind. Like it's just too many years for me for Kyle Schwarber.
no, I get it. I get it. And nowadays you have to. I mean, hell, look at the Mets though. You. Oh yeah, it was Japanese, so it was sushi. So I get what you're saying. So there's
I don't know the damn
there's
difference. It's all the same to me.
there's certain sushis I won't eat. Like I'll do California roll. I'll do the shrimp tempura, but I ain't doing no damn eel and raw fish. Nope.
Yeah,
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
I don't know the damn difference of it.
Yeah, he doesn't know this. Yeah, no,
What's the difference of it?
nah, nah,
Chinese food. I don't need
nah,
to.
because there's some
Japanese food is
Cantonese.
different than Chinese food.
You can get you some good lo mein with some shrimp in it, bro. I'm telling you, kiss to the sky, man. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Give me some nice lo mein or an egg foo young with some shrimp or chicken in it. So chicken fried rice. Yeah, man.
No.
What's up? What's up, Chris, man? Thanks for tapping in, brother. Appreciate you. I hope everything is all right with you and the family. You guys are all doing good. So, but Mets are losing. Yeah, we talked about that. You know, they're losing everything.
Yeah,
The
they're
kiss to
losing
the
everybody.
sky is
They're losing
right. Yeah.
everybody. They spent all that money. They're losing everybody.
We'll go to PJ Williams next time to get some wings. Now wings, oh yeah. Get
See,
some
that's me. That's
wings.
more.
Yeah, see, when my brother comes up here, that's because he was talking about getting some pizza. I'm like, there's a pizza joint right up the street from me called Master Pizza, man. I'm like, man, they give you big chicken wings, bro. They're
Yeah,
like, and they're fit. It's like, oh my, and they got all the varieties. It's like, I'm just like, sometimes like if it's me, I just tell them, give it to me dry, but make sure, you cook it like 2 or 3 times. And then I
right,
got my hot sauce here. So, I got different varieties. So, I mean, I got some Haitian, I got from West Indian. It's yeah, and I'm like my granddaughter. I drench it. Sometimes I put it
right.
in the bowl and I'll dip and love me some hot sauce, bro. So, but yeah, shrimp and chicken, yeah, with chicken fried rice, man. But get some shrimp and chicken fried rice, yeah, kiss, yeah. So, but as far as sushi, yeah, like my kids, my granddaughter, they love it. They love the raw. I'm like, nah, I can't do that. I can't do
I
raw meat.
can't do that stuff.
I can't even eat a steak pink. No, I'm sorry, I can't. I'm like, the best you'll get me is medium well, and it still has to look like it can't be pink. Can't
Yeah,
do no. I'm
me.
not. I'm not
I
eating.
always-
I'm not eating that meat pink. I mean, no, hell no,
I'm
not
like,
me.
to me,
You
even
got
like
it.
if I get a steak or a burger, cook that bad boy.
Yeah,
I'm all right.
exactly,
You
man.
gotta cook it, yo. Kill the
Yeah,
cow. I always say.
yes. Yes, I mean everybody talking about, no, you need it. It's tender, bro. I can chew it. I can eat it, and it's
Yeah, I can
I don't
handle
know
mine. I
about
can chew.
y'all.
You can't chew, and you wanted to. Nah,
Yeah, Nick, we didn't talk basketballs yet, so we just did a little hockey. We're doing baseball, and we're going to get to that in a little bit too. So, we got enough time too. So, before the NFL starts. So, but we'll get to that. But yeah, the Mets, yeah, they're losing everybody. I just looked at the Braves. They got a couple of moves. They signed a couple of moves there. So let me bring that back up too, so we can all see that
wish
too.
the Phillies would do something. Don't be shocked if
Um.
you don't see you see the Yankees make some big moves. Watch.
Yankees are not making no moves, bro.
You don't think the
They
Yankees are gonna make a move?
no,
Yankees always
no,
make a move.
nope, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. So, but here, Mets signed Jorge Polanco 2 years, $40 million after losing Pete Alonso. So it's just like,
Can't believe they
um,
got rid of Peter.
so and here it is. By signing Polanco in the deal, it's unlikely to win back. And I'm telling you, a lot of them are man. They are going off. I was just like, wow,
Yeah,
Blue
fans are
Jays
pissed. Fans are pissed they got rid of him.
here. Braves snag Roger Suarez, 3 years, $45 million, and they gave them a B. Let me see what I didn't look at the Mets grade. Wait a minute. What they give? They gave Polanco a C, so it's very underwhelming. So he said $40 million. So, but that's a great. And they nabbed Mike. Yeah, now I don't know about him. Is he a good player?
Who is it?
Yeah, Mike Yastrzemski. They signed
I
him
don't
two
know about
years,
that one.
23 years. They gave him a B minus. So they said the Braves didn't need a major overhaul in the outfield, but Yaz represents an upgrade to the overall. So he's an upgrade. He's a left-handed hitter who can bump Mike Ciani out of the depth of the 40-man roster. So the deal feels like a mild overplay because he's 36 in next August. So and it's a 2-year commitment. So okay, so I mean, there you go. The what you call the Orioles. this is
What
what I
kind
mean
of
about
bats does the Yankees need?
but this is the thing with when I'm sitting here looking at the Orioles are making the moves, the Blue Jays are making the moves. The Yankees signed a middle infielder who's I think they gave him $2 million. I mean, they're not paying any money because first of all, they have three players who are making over $300 million. So they are really they're there. I get it. I know why they're not doing it. So, but when you think about Judge, you think about Cole, and you think about Stanton. That's 900. That's almost $1 billion on three players.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I get it. And then I know the talk is that they're going to be in on these Japanese players. It's like well, is it enough because right now, to me, the Blue Jays are the ones running the AL East.
Right.
And then the Orioles making this move is telling me they're really trying to make that move. Because Alonso is not
They're a
someone
young team. Orioles are a young team, so
you put a guy like Alonso with a young team, it's going to do what? It's really going to help them.
yeah.
It's really going to help them and improve their game. And the Blue Jays are tough for the Yankees right now. They really are. Their lineup, their pitching. I mean, what they have, it's a team that is formidable. So, and it wouldn't surprise me if they get back to the World Series. Now you have the Orioles making moves. Look, the Yankees don't do something, and you're going to be without your two of your key pitchers to start, Cole and I forgot who was the other one, who are going to be out at the first part of the season. So they need pitching. They're losing the bullpen. Yeah, you lost Devin Williams to the Mets. Okay, not a big thing, but you still need bullpen help there. You don't have an elite closer. And yes, Yankee fans, we are spoiled. What's up, Gregor? Thanks for tapping in, bro. Appreciate you, man.
What's up, Gregor?
As a Yankee fan, but you know what? When you set the standard, like shout out to my man NYG, he always says it. We're spoiled. You set the standard high. 27 championships in your all-time history. No one's even close. The Dodgers are getting trying to close. I think they're in the mid-teens. But when you set that standard, and you haven't won since 2009, it's like, come on now. What are you doing? But the same issue has always been our general manager and then Steinbrenner, and then you think about George Steinbrenner. George Steinbrenner was just like, man, I'm spending money because I want championships. But his son, what does he want? He wants the money. He don't care about the championships. And I get it, but like you said, because I remember when they were winning championships, you had the partnership with the Japanese, Tigers in Japan. You were getting money that way.
Yep.
So,
and you had that radio station. Now I heard you guys got rid of that radio station.
Oh yes, they reduced ownership. So yes, they didn't get rid of it.
You had full ownership of that radio station. That helped you pay for these players.
But he sold off on it, and
he went money hungry. Like he didn't see the big picture.
Look, I'm just like, now look, I will say one thing about the Dodgers. You have a group that is part of, in there. You have Magic Johnson among other people in that group. So they're a little bit differently. The Yankees, the Steinbrenners, it's just their family business. That's all they have. Yes, their daddy was into the shipyards and made his money there to be able to buy the Yankees. Yeah. But now this is what they grew up on, and that's all they know. They don't know the other part. So, and I get it. But I'm like, yo, bro, y'all spoil New York. We won championships. That's why I said earlier, I get the money aspect. I'm not saying don't get your money, but once you get your money, yo, let's get championships. We want number 28. I know I do. Shoot.
They don't want the championship. They want the money.
Bro, I'm like,
I mean, you have the Yankees. You guys are set for life with all the money you want.
The only good champions, New York has two championship teams right now, and they're on the women's side. They have FC. The women's team just won the championship in soccer, and then the Liberty have won it last year before the Aces won it this past year. So those are the two most recent championships. Other than that, the next closest one I think is the Yankees in 2009.
Yeah.
No, the Giants 2011. Sorry, the Giants in 2011.
Yeah, when they won the Super Bowl.
Knicks have not won an NBA championship since 1973, and the Nets, their championship was in the ABA. So there you go. And then I think you have the Devils in hockey were the most recent, and then the Rangers were in '94, and I think the Islanders were back in the '70s.
Yeah,
So
Islanders are real late.
yeah. So when you think, and the Jets in terms, they won their championship when I was born back in the 1967 World Series. I mean Super Bowl #3. It wasn't even called the Super Bowl then either.
No,
So,
it was just a championship.
Yeah, it was the NFL AFL championship. So
Yeah, because the
you know,
Eagles
so
won the last two before they called it the Super Bowl.
exactly. So I mean, but that's the thing. I mean, because if you go down and you look at it, Yankees 27 World Series, the Giants eight championships between the Super Bowl and the old NFL championships. So the Knicks only have two. The Nets, I think, have two. So it's like the Islanders have multiple. I think the Devils have what, 3 or 4. The Rangers, I think,
I
have
think they have
2.
3.
Yeah, so it's like, at least they get multiple except for the Jets, but it's like, well, come on, we need to have some more now because you know what? Everyone always says that, New York is the greatest city. Well, in terms of sports, no, it ain't. No, it ain't.
Flyers
Sorry.
need to win a Stanley Cup because I'm getting sick and tired of this.
Y'all haven't won the Stanley Cup?
67, 68.
When y'all had, what's his name, Lindros, y'all didn't win a Stanley Cup?
Yeah, Legion of Boom never won a Stanley Cup. They got beat by the Red Wings.
Oh, wow.
They got swept by the Red Wings.
Ooh.
They didn't even got beat. They got swept.
Ooh.
They got swept.
That's, let's see, the Nets. I remember I was there when Jason Kidd and them they got swept by the Lakers. I went to both games because I had tickets to them, and I was just like, that was the Shaq and them. That was their. So getting swept in a championship.
Yeah,
that's bad, man. That's like getting blown out in the Super Bowl because I still remember the 49ers over the Chargers when they beat them 55-10, or the Chicago Bears and the Patriots. Everybody, and most people don't talk about that with the Refrigerator Perry and Walter Payton and all them. And I think it was 46-3, if I'm not mistaken, and it could have been worse than that. So, yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about that in a little bit too, and when you get to the NBA.
I loved watching Refrigerator Perry.
What's up, Chad? Thanks for tapping in, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah, you know how we do. Halftime, who's cheering for his pick?
I ain't cheering on him, Chad. Against my Eagles. I do not need that right now.
Kenny Pickett. So there you have it. Okay, so all right, but yeah, let's get into closing out this baseball real quick. Let's see. We already talked about Schwarber. Dodgers get Diaz from the Mets. You see that there. Mariners get a left-handed pitcher from the Nats. They gave him a C+ on that one. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I remember this one. So, and there's the Red Sox. Red Sox are doing something. I don't think they have anything on the Yankees. Yeah, Red Sox and the Pirates.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Pirates. So, let's see. Blue Jays. Blue Jays get a Korean player. Okay, a Korean MVP. Yeah, there's Williams leaving the Yankees. So you don't see anything. And Orioles.
Really big happened.
Yeah.
I mean, so the Mets just letting everybody go. Basically.
So, yeah, we know they won Super Bowl III. So, with Broadway Joe. So, Broadway Joe and his pantyhose. So,
Yep.
so, uh, you know, and most people, I told the story to somebody, they're like, he wore pantyhose. I was like, yeah, he wore pantyhose because it helped keep him warm. That's what you don't
Right.
realize. Like now they have you wear compressions, which kind of
Yes.
help keep you warm, but that was the premise. That's what it was for. That's why he wore it. It
Yeah,
wasn't
that he
because
wore pantyhose to keep warm. He said it was
yeah,
so cold. He wore
exactly.
pantyhose to keep warm.
Yeah, so I mean, he was a true ladies man back in the day.
Yeah.
Believe you me, believe you me.
Yes, he was a
They are
true ladies man. There was why he was Broadway Joe. He was
yes.
bringing. He always had a woman on his side.
Let me tell you,
Yeah, like 3 or 4 of them on his
yeah,
side.
exactly. Yeah, and he's looking like, y'all can say whatever you want, but you see right here, right?
You know,
I'll
look
wear,
at what my chicks I got, and they were
I'll wear
hot.
the
Look at my
pantyhose.
chicks.
Exactly. So it's well, you wearing pantyhose and you getting chicks. Okay, bro. Do you? I ain't mad at you. So, that one of my young former players, I told him that he was like, man, was he gay? I'm like, bro, go back
He
and
was
do
far from
research on
gay. He was
go
far
do
from
your
gay.
research on Joe Namath, man. Look up the look at it, man. He had a commercial endorsement for wearing
Yep.
pantyhose too.
Yep,
So
and he did too. He had a good
so
endorsement for him.
man, you gonna pay me? Okay, you gonna pay me millions of dollars? All right, you say whatever you want. So, but
Yeah,
all right, but
he was getting paid to do commercials.
mhm,
Wasn't
exactly,
scared. He was like, "Yo, heads out! Like, give me my money. Whatever you
exactly,
want."
exactly. So, um, I'm gonna go into the question of the day right now, and I had told halftime because it was something that I saw on TikTok because I was on TikTok, and anyone who's seen it, it. I will be honest with you. When I saw it, I was angry, I was sad, and it's a story where a mother is videotaping her apartment, and you can hear her crying, and you see the apartment is in total shambles, and it says it was a story about her son. I think he's a 10-year-old or 11-year-old son destroys her home and caused $70,000 worth of damage. When I tell you a kitchen counter, a good portion of the corner was broken off. Refrigerator was thrown all over the place. Mirrors broken. Bathrooms, sinks, toilets. I mean, you name it. It was. I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, everything thrown all over the place. Couches turned over, and he did this damage because his mother took his phone. His mother took his phone, and he went off. And it was, one of the things I said, have we lost grip of our children? Because for them for a child to do that, like we said it, man, our parents would have got the
Oh,
switch. Look, my dad, I'll be honest, 2x4 on your ass.
you ain't lying. You're getting the
It's,
switch. You're getting the switch, man. You're gonna get beat. You get a broom
I
broken over your
wish I
back.
could really show it. I really wish without getting it taken down, but it was just like when I saw it, I was just like, yo, are you
No
serious?
discipline. These
I
parents, you're not allowed to discipline your kid. You no. See,
have
sometimes they need to be beat.
I will tell you this much. They would have put me in jail if that was my son doing that. I'm
Gotta
not gonna
do it.
lie to you. I'm not gonna lie, which is one of the reasons why I've always said I'm glad I don't have sons. Because I know how my dad and my nephews, uncles were, my nephews, my brothers, and me. I'm like, yo, if I had a son like that and who did that, yo, you wanna do work like that, bro? Yo,
And
and then you know what? I'll call child services. I beat the crap out of my kid. Y'all come on down. Y'all can arrest me. Y'all can take my kid. You can put him in the system so he can learn. Whatever. I'll take my consequences. But you're gonna see what I guarantee you. 9 times out of 10, most of the cops would have been like, I ain't arresting you. I ain't arrest you for that. Like, I wish you guys could.
that's another thing. There's a problem where you beat your kid.
What's up, Wes?
No, I
Like,
discipline my kid. There's a
mhm.
difference of beating my kid and discipline my kid.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? But this day and age, you're not allowed to. Because people are going, oh, you're being mean. That kid deserves it. He just destroyed his $70,000.
That's my point. $70,000. I wish.
If you go to a different country and you do $70,000 worth of damage, you know what you get caned.
Yes.
You get beat with a cane. And they put it on video so everybody watches. Don't do this shit, you get your ass beat.
Let me mute my.
I mean, like, my parents, oh my God. My parents would beat the hell out of me. Oh, no. There would be no way in hell you would not be able to do it around me.
Yeah, I'm looking for it right now, too, on my, did I put it on? No, I think I saved it on in my photos.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was in my photos. I saved it. And I even did a whatchamacallit too. I even did a whatchamacallit where I said, I made a whatchamacallit, you can't see it. It says, my parents spanked me. It says, my parents spanked me as a child. As a result, I now suffer from psychological condition known as respect for others.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I did save it. Yeah, it says mother breaks down after her son caused over $70,000 worth of damage to her home because she took his phone for misbehaving. I'm like, yo, first of all, shit.
You don't discipline your kid enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I mean, bro, I'm like, is there even a college team that is more entitled? Yeah, all right, Lee. All right, Lee. All right. The question today is halftime wants Kimbrough back. Okay.
No.
Okay. We gotta. Yeah. You're right. There is no coping. They don't know how to. They can't handle the word no. I'm a child therapist. I work in the Philly public schools. Lou, I'm telling you, if this was like, oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I can.
I tell you now, I'm telling you, back in the day, it was a different. You got more discipline.
I don't know if you guys can see.
Can't see no, it's your green screen's in a way. Yeah, can't see it. It's all your green screen.
All right, hold on. Let me see if I can change it and do something so y'all can see. Let me see if I can go blur. Oh, I'm doing the wrong one. Let's see. Can y'all see it now?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Exactly. Look at the counter.
Oh shit.
This is what I'm saying. It's like you see all of this. This is from her child acting like this.
Because you took his phone away. And I bet you she gave his phone back.
That part I don't know.
Smash that shit. I broke that phone right over.
Thank you. Thank you. You're going to sit here and do it, and I'm going to do the same thing to your phone.
I would smash it right in front of his face. I bought the damn thing. I'm allowed to have it.
But you see all this, and this was all on TikTok.
Oh, he would never get no electronics. I smashed every electronic he had.
So,
man, you ain't getting it again.
There's no accountability for adults in our society. It's the culture of yes, and that's why I'm saying, have we lost the grip of our children? Because yes, we have parents that don't care about their kids anymore. They let them do. Bro, that's why I'm thankful for my parents. I'm not gonna lie to you. My aunts, my uncles, my grandmother, they whooped my ass. They whooped all of our. I'm sorry, yo.
We got whooped. We got
what you want. And I can tell you stories that will make. Lou, I feel you, bro, because it's sad. Like when I saw that, and he said $70,000, $70,000. It's like, and like you said, halftime. There's a lot of parents who say, "I can't do anything. I can't discipline my child." Because if you don't discipline that child, that action is going to grow as they become adults. Guess where they're going to end up?
In jail.
In jail or dead.
Yes. And that's what's going to happen. You're going to end up in jail or dead.
So kids need to have some exactly.
Yep.
And you know what? I don't say it's fear. I say it's respect for authority.
You got to learn respect, and sometimes it's got to be rough.
Yes. Yes. It's too many cameras and they're around nowadays. The internet is. Yeah, you're right, Leaf. You are so right.
You're right on that. There's too many cameras.
And that's the thing. Like my daughters will tell you, man, they got their ass whooped. They got stuff taken away. Like I used to say, my dad, there was one time he whooped me and I'm standing there and I'm like, I'm not crying. I'm not. And he said, oh, so you tough now. And I was also taller than my father, heavier than my father. So I was like, I'm 13 years old. I'm like, I'm a man. I'm a man. He's like, all right, I got you. I got you. He's like, go to your room. He took everything out of my room. He's like, you can watch your friends outside play. I'm like, after a day, I'm like, yo, I'm sorry. You can whoop me. I'll cry. Whatever.
I'll cry. How are you doing?
Nah. So, some of these kids will tantrum at school and just try. Exactly. Because I remember when I was subbing, there was a little girl. Now I ended up understanding her story, but the bottom line is she had a little makeup kit and she was going to the back of the class during the class to show her friend. I'm like, go sit down, put that away, do it at at recess.
Right.
She did it again. I took it, screaming, getting upset. And then, I said, go sit in your desk and let's finish. And on her desk, she had the little scissors, not the sharp ones, the kid scissors, the little rubber rounded and with the rubber. But she swiped it and hit me in the leg. I'm like, oh, so you throwing things at me? No, I just hit it and it hit you. No. Called the principal, told the principal, said I need to speak to her parents. Now I understood a little bit more because the girl's sister was basically a paraplegic, an older sister. Her sister was like 17, 18, and this girl was in the second grade. And she comes home from school and she would have to take care of her sister before even doing her homework. Feeding her, changing diapers, all that type of stuff, a little kid. So I also understood, but I was just like, but she's reacting out in terms of that, so it's just like, some kids, they have a story behind it, but that is not a story behind it. That's going to the extreme. And yes, the parent to the mother, yo, what are you doing? Our son won't curse because he knows it's wrong. Hey,
he won't. And I'm telling you, Coach, he's 11 years old. He won't say damn. He won't say nothing.
Let me ask you this. Is it around you?
Suck. He won't say suck, damn. He don't curse at all. Thinks it's bad. He has totally respect for people.
I know, Leaf. That's funny. I'm sorry. That's funny. I know this is serious, but yeah, got some ass kids. Yeah, I get you. You go handle my dirty work for me. So,
yes.
As a religion is that, yeah, true. So with some, but again, when it gets to religion, it's a little tricky. So, some people don't believe, so I don't begrudge anybody. That's your right. But still, you still need to have something because this is about society, because when they become adults, they're going to be interacting with all of us. So, and you see it nowadays with some adults that, they're entitled. And even when you're driving, they think, oh, well, you're cutting someone off and you have a right to. All this stems from all of this. With my niece, they respect when you tell them they're wrong. They want structure. Kids want to be a parent, not. Yeah, they want them, and that's what I always told my kids. I'm not your friend. I'm your father.
Your parent.
I said my job is to put food on the table, clothes on your back, and put a roof over your head. That's it. My girls will tell you. They will tell you, Daddy didn't buy them Jordans. He bought them regular. I could afford it, but no. And here's the reason why. I was a spoiled kid by my mother growing up until my dad said no. My mother would spoil me. And then I needed that. I needed that because also as a 6-year-old, I was a bully because I was bigger than everyone and I could just walk up and take things from people. And my
Right.
father used to whoop my ass when I came home from school and he got didn't
I
happen no
never
more.
forget that one
And
day, me and my brother was fighting really bad, really bad. And my dad's putting a screen door on. Brand new
mm-hmm,
screen door. Him and his buddies are putting a brand new screen door on. Like
mm-hmm,
me and my brother's beating the hell out of me. Right?
mm-hmm,
I'm
mm-hmm,
bleeding.
mm-hmm,
I ran out the front door. They just got done putting this screen door on.
mm-hmm,
Nice glass screen door, you drop it down,
mm-hmm,
and I just handed my dad the door. My dad jaw dropped. Like this little motherfucker just did this. I just put
mm-hmm,
this screen door on. I'm
mm-hmm,
so my dad gets in the truck, he goes gets a new one. My mom, I took a switch and beat my ass so
mm-hmm,
bad. I'm like,
mm-hmm.
what about the brother that's beating the hell out of me? Can somebody stop him? And then I got beat by her, beat by him.
Mm-hmm.
I was just a beaten day. I was like, but I knew I did wrong. But I was trying to get away from my brother. And I
Mm-hmm.
held him. I mean, and back in the day, when screen doors cost a lot of money. And I just
Yeah.
handed my dad. I took it off the frame, coach. The
Mm-hmm.
whole thing. I ran right through the door. And I just handed it to him. His buddies to this day, all his buddies that were there still talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, see that little guy right there? See that guy right there? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man, I remember putting a screen door. It's like the biggest target. He got beat so bad. Like, they were just telling everybody, he got beat so bad. It was messed up. But,
Yeah.
you gotta have that respect.
Exactly. But see, and that's the thing. You have to now look, we come from a different day and age. I get it. I get it.
Right.
Like when my granddaughter was younger, there were techniques that I used. I used to take her hand, put it in mine, close my hand, and I hit the top of my hand. But she's
Right.
crying. Now, if you look, you would have thought I hit her. But then if
Right.
you see my hand is closed, it's just her hand was in there and I hit the top of my hand. I didn't abuse her, but it sent a message.
Right.
And I did that because I also said, I'm not going to do it because I don't know how my oldest feels about it. And I talked to her about it and she said, no, that was fine. She's like, I'll spank Skylar sometimes. She's like, I'm not afraid to do that. She's like, if she needs her butt whoop, she needs her butt whoop. And now I also believe in communication between the adults.
Right.
So because it does take a house, a house, a household, a
Yeah.
village to raise a child. It really does. Because good growing up, Mrs. Stairs, my neighbor across the street, if we was doing wrong, you best believe she whooped our butt, and then she would go tell my dad.
Yep.
And then my dad would, you had her whoop your butt because you was doing something. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
And that's the lost art. And see, a lot, like you said, a lot of people look at it as abuse. I'm not talking about, like I did 2x4s, extension cords, all of that,
Right.
putting major whelps all over the body anymore. No, I'm not talking about that. But sometimes a hard head makes
Sometimes
for a soft behind.
sometimes you need it.
Mm-hmm. You need it because if not, they're going to end up in jail. They're going to end up or dead. And you got to teach them accountability. Accountability. Speaking of Harry, I'm worried about the Eagles today. Well, we're getting into the NFL soon. That's going to be our next subject, like hitting a kid hand that reaches for an outlet. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's like, there's certain things that, how do you go about? You got to send a message because if not, you're going to be paying $70,000 for damage in your house. I'm like, when I was 70, I was saying
$70 a
70,000.
lot. You got to do some serious fucking damage for 70,000
70,000. There's some people who don't even make that much money in
in a
in
year.
a year. I'm saying to myself, 70,000. And are we losing a grip on our children? You know, because you know what? Sometimes you gotta be a stern. You gotta stop being a friend to your child. You
But
know,
then
look,
again, the law and I can call child services, and then child services. Oh, the poor little kid, the poor little
you,
baby, and it's like I'm disciplining him. I'm not just beating my kid to beat him.
you know what? And you know what? Halftime, my middle daughter, when she was, I think she was 14, she said that to me. And you know what I did? I picked up the phone. I said, "Go ahead." I said, "Go ahead and call him." I
By
said,
the
"But
time
understand
they get
something."
here, you're
No, no,
in.
no, 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 no. I said to her, "They're going to take you and they're going to put you in the system,
Yep.
and you're going to go and you're going to be in foster care, and you'll probably go from one home to another." And I know you've heard of the stories how some kids get abused, sexually abused. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to offend anybody, but I'm keeping it real. And you know what? And her oldest, my oldest, she said, "Essence, shut up. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't want to call child services. Daddy's doing this because he cares."
Right.
And that's the whole
That's
thing.
all it is.
Yeah, it's like, yo, I just $70,000. Yo, that child needs their ass whooped.
Yep.
What? So what's behind the number three, John? I have Dave, the good old fashioned. Yep, exactly. Back to you,
Yep.
Dave. Because then next thing you know, what does society say? Well, what are the parents teaching them? Why would you let them get to this point? So no, I'm
Because
sorry.
every time we try to do something, you call child service on it, and
Hmm.
we got to do it your way.
Exactly. Here is this kid that goes viral for destroying his parents' home when he loses his online. Oh my goodness. A kid in online gambling?
See, that's the problem right there.
Are you serious? On a kid. Think about that. The word kid, online gambling.
Yeah.
That's against the law right there.
Yep.
Are you? I ain't mad at the parents. You know what? Now here's the other thing. What happened to military school? Can anybody explain that to me? What happened to military school? Sending your kids away for a year to
They
military
don't
school?
do that no more, do they?
I don't know. He would destroy the walls and fight his dad. It's really sad. Yeah, and you keep shoot. You ain't getting no damn money. Not
You
from
ain't
me.
getting no damn money. You ain't getting that
Shoot.
credit card or what you
Mm,
call it?
no, it's for gambling. Are you serious? Where is this kid? A kid learning gambling. Exactly. You do not want to be in the system as a kid. And you know what the
No.
funny thing is now? My middle daughter said to me a few years ago, she said, "Thank you, Daddy, for doing that." She's like, she's like, Passion talk to me. And I say, "Kid, oh, okay, 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 okay." Well, that's even worse. You're a grown ass adult. Go out and get your own damn money. Go to work, get your own damn money. Now that's the problem. That's why I say you're spoiled. You know,
Uh,
you're
he's 20. He's
20,
not a kid.
20, you're 20 and you're destroying your house because your parents suspend. Hello,
Get
go
your
out and
ass
get
a
your
job.
own. Go out. Look, I do a little online gambling for the Powerball. Like it's $1 billion now. I'll do
Yes.
$2. I'll do
Yeah.
$2. All right, fine. But it's my money. That's my money. That's not my mommy, my daddy's money. I'm not borrowing money from no, 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 no. It's my money. And I know how to be responsible. Man, that's so Sylvia is destroying an iPad and using her mom's debt card. See, that's the problem right there. Now now you're teaching
I
your
do
kid
have a
how
question on this. Is
that's
it that it's like a clickbait thing to make videos and get paid off of YouTube or TikToks? Like,
mhm,
I mean, how like, because they get pay per views too. So
mhm, mhm.
is this like a troll thing where, hey, we'll videotape this? Like, you watch a guy punch his TV, from a Dallas Cowboy fan or somebody, like an Eagles fan punching their TV and breaking their TV, but they're getting a new TV anyway, but they're
Mm.
trying to show something. Like, I don't know how true it really is.
But here's the thing. Here's the scary part with this, Pat, that right there, halftime. Whether it's a skit, is you're still teaching it to other kids. Now other kids are going to go out and do that.
Yes. Totally agree.
So that's the problem. And yes, we get so caught up into likes and because we're chasing the bag and wanting to get paid and all this and that. And what's the greater good? What's the greater purpose? Because now you're really hurting others by, if you're putting this is a skit, that's a different story. It's like AI now. I get it. Some people, it's like, is this AI or is this real or not? Because you're really not sure. But now in the back of your mind, you sit here and say, well, all right, it's a little skit, and that's how I look at some things sometimes. It's like, I think
you got to. In the back of your mind, you got to look like it's good. Like, this shit can't be real. You can't be that rigging out of control.
No. Lou, yes, you're right. There's helping family in times of need. But you're right. Gambling money. No. But see, that's a parent who raised your child to a point where they feel entitled to your money.
Yes.
See, listen to that. That's your money. They're getting upset because you're not giving them your money. They think that they're entitled to your money. You're supposed to pay and take care of them for the rest of their life. Hell no. You're in your 20s. My kids knew at 18, look, I ain't got to take care of you no more. They knew it. They knew that you said, oh man,
go get your ass a job. Go get your if you want to gamble, go get your ass a job. Matter of fact, get your ass out of my house.
Here was a rule too when they lived with me. School or get a job. Or go out and get your own place. You're 18, you're legal.
At 16, I was 16. I had to go get my own job and pay rent. I mean, that's when we were allowed to get a job and pay rent at my mom's house. My mom and dad's house, you got to pay rent. Got to pay room and board. And they weren't fucking around. Guess what you got to do? And then like, if you want to gamble, you got to make your own money to gamble.
Yeah, they debunk it as rave. Yeah, you're right. Same exact iPad gets broken over and over again. See, that's the thing. So, but what does it create for other kids or other people watching? Because then everybody wants to start mimicking what they're seeing. They see, oh, they got 1 million likes or 10,000 likes. So yeah, I want to do the same thing. So, some people post stuff, and I get it. You're right. You're so right. And that's the sad part. Brandis, YouTube did a couple of times when the Suns lose. It's crazy and what kids know how to use. Well, now you have cards for your kids to teach them, and you're supposed to have control. Hello, you don't think that they know how to manipulate that? Because these kids today are smart. They know how to get into and they know how to hack systems. I mean, you see 16-year-old kids hacking into the military government, into the Pentagon, into the White House. It's like, okay, they know how to manipulate and take advantage of it. And that's the sad part. That's why I'm like, are we losing grip of our kids? So you're going back to smartly because it's a big thing nowadays. That's a big thing. Some of it is fake halftime. This one guy was proven legit and he doesn't still post. It was okay. Yeah. Legit ones. Fine. Yeah. You can find them. It's just all of this leads to that kid for all different things because he doesn't have his phone, so he can go on there and he can scroll and to cause $70,000 damage in your mother's home. Your mother's home. This is where your mother lives. This is where you live. Your family lives. You gonna damage your home $70,000 because she don't want to. She took your phone because you were acting up. What's up, AK? How you doing, bro? Hope everything is good, bro. Yo, that's the sad part. And then
it's out of hand.
I'm a therapist. I still do some Grubhub on the side. Hey, that's different. That's it. Yeah, so I can't exactly, bro. You doing that 6 days a week and what you're going through, it's gonna burn you. I get it, man. You need the break. So because halftime is dad of the year. Right, there you go. There
I
you
ain't
go.
dad of the year. I'm not saying I'm
Bro,
dad
bro,
of the
bro,
year.
stop. Take your flowers, because like you said, he's not using
Hey,
profanity, and
they
it's
don't.
easy.
Like, I'm telling you now, my son would be so upset if he said the word damn. And if it slips, or he says he don't curse, he will not curse at all. And
But
even if I joke around, then he cursed. He'll go run to his mom. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I promise you, I didn't do it. Like, you
that's
make
because of
sure.
you. That's you and Mrs. Halftime, bro. Kids learn from their parents. That's the point.
But
That's what all it.
it's the
Hmm?
discipline part.
Yes, when I brought Madden as a kid, I didn't have to play a slot machine to get players, and the game just worked out. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different ways that you can get to these kids nowadays. And it's as a parent, it is scary. I mean, my kids will tell you it was because I was a single dad raising three daughters. And and sometimes I regret it that I didn't show them the affection that they wanted, in a sense, because I was so paranoid that society would look at me as a pedophile. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I didn't hug my girls, as much as I should have. If I did, it was from the side or whatever. If they wanted to sit on my lap, I'd push them off. No, you can't sit on my lap, because I'm worried about what society is perceiving
Wait,
me as a single dad. A
yes,
single mother is not going to be looked at upon that. You're not looking at me as a single parent. You're looking at me as,
a single man.
oh, exactly, a man with three daughters.
Yep.
So it's like, and my oldest she's affectionate, but she's not as affectionate. She said to me, because Dad, you weren't affectionate with me. I just didn't really know how to, because I didn't know how, and I understood, and it's a scary thing. As a parent, especially today, like I'm seeing that, I'm like, and like you said, halftime, you know, spanking your child, certain forms of discipline is considered abuse, and it's like, but do you not sit here and see what you're creating? Sometimes a good old fashioned spanking is needed. I'm sorry, it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
It is. I'm not saying, you cut them and abuse them in that regard, but
Right,
sometimes it's, what, if you on the bottom, clothes on, that's what I'm talking about.
right.
That's what I'm talking about in terms of you need to do that. With some kids, not all. Some you can do the timeout and they get it and they learn. And if that works, great. But some kids, I'm telling you, because I'm appreciative, my parents whooping my butt, because timeout would not have worked with me. It
Listen,
wouldn't have.
yeah, timeout wouldn't work with me. Listen, my mom used to sit me down on beside her, and it didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
I needed that ass whooping.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let you know. Got me, it probably got me where I didn't go to jails, you know what I mean? Some of the time. Because
AK,
it
I
could have went
get you,
that way.
I get you, AK. That's the old school mentality. Do what I say, not what I do. But
Right.
kids are always watching, and they see if you do it just because you say that. If you're doing it, best believe they're back there doing whatever you see you're doing. Think about this, okay? Halftime, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I used to be able to go to the store and buy candy cigarettes.
Yep.
And what are you doing? You're mimicking what your parents are doing. They go to the store.
And
Exactly. You're
smoking
eating
like cigarettes.
candy, but you do. And now when your kids are adults smoking, it's like, where did you? Well, hello. So they're watching. So
Yep.
yes, we can say, do as I say. Yes, and I get it. That's old. That's how I was raised. And I'll be honest with you. We're adults. We have that right. Don't try and do what we do. You know, my parents have pictures of me in Germany as a 1-year-old walking around, picking up the bottles of beer and drinking it. The
Yep.
little residue that was there because we were at parties and everybody was drinking. And was the one
I
you were
say,
doing?
go get me a beer out of the refrigerator. What do? You open it up, you
Open
drink
up, take
some,
a
and you say,
sip.
here, here's your beer, Dad.
Exactly. So it's
Like
I
you just
get
drank
it.
some beer and you're sitting at 8, 10 years old. You're sitting there drinking a little sips here. Here, Dad, here's your beer. Did you take a sip of my beer? Yep.
Exactly, exactly. And you can teach kids some words are for grown-ups. Kids are smart. They're going to sit here and do it. They see you doing it and they think, I remember a video of a kid who was I think it was in Florida. He took his grandmother's car and went driving and did damage. And he was just like, the cops asked him, why'd you do it? He's like, because I can, because I wanted to drive the car. And it's just like, damn, man, are kids
Right.
like this?
Yeah.
He's a good sweet kid. We've even given him permission because I'd rather have him do it in front of us. But back in the days, one of my cousins, she used to smoke a little bit with her kids when they were younger. She's like, same thing. She's like, I'd rather them do it with me than be out there in
Right.
the streets and get the wrong type from somebody because they be lacing it out there. Her exact
I
words,
mean,
they be lacing
free
it out
kids should
there.
be safe too. Like, you know what I mean?
So it's like, I get it. I don't agree with it, but I get where she was coming from because we grew up, her parents used to let her drink in the house. I'd rather you drink in the house, and this was back in the 70s and the early 80s. So way before most of y'all were probably even born. So it's that society made you feel that, yeah, I do. I get some of that as a man working in school sometimes with my nieces. I'm exactly
Yep.
but so is their dad, and it's hard to know because sometimes you see a man hugging a girl, 9-10-year-old girl, and the first thing we think is, oh, he's sexualizing them, as opposed to he's showing her the affection and how a man is supposed to treat a woman the right way.
Yes.
And that's the thing. That's where some women and men, some people make bad choices with their partner because they don't know how to pick the right type of partner. So and that's why it's like it's hard in this day and age of, that's why I said, are we losing our grip on our children? Because it is tough. Junior is a Billy Goat. He wouldn't have halftime on YouTube if it wasn't for him. Yeah, I remember you talking about that halftime for sure, man. But I was taught my daughter at a young there. Yes, no, you're right. You teach them his consequences. If you do what I do, I've never had her slip up. Hey, look, if it's working, I digress. I'm just saying, sometimes with some kids, it don't work. And I said that earlier. Some kids, timeout works. Some kids, they need their ass whooped. So
Right.
you just gotta, as a
I mean,
parent,
you make $70,000 worth of
you
shit.
need your
You
ass
gotta get your ass
whooped.
whooped.
Yeah, yeah, would get some kid out of the crowd who would never ever taken. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, everybody is different. Things like that don't happen anymore. In Jenna has, yeah, yeah, Sam. I understand. She does things when I'm not around, but all of us did. Yeah, you're right, AK. You were so right. I'm guilty. I admit it. I
I know
I
I
I
didn't.
I know. You know, but I will say this because the whole premise was, and I know you didn't see the video. I showed the video of there was a kid who did $70,000 of damage in his mother's home because she took his phone away. And it's
Because
like,
he took
yo,
a phone away.
oh man. So that's where a kid needs to. And if you don't want to spank them, you don't want that. You know what? Have their butt arrested and go through the process because that's destructive of property. That's $70,000. That could be considered a felony. Now you don't want to do that. You don't want to put your child in the system, but that child, that particular child, needs to be scared.
Yes.
You
You
know,
gotta put
you
the
know.
fear. You gotta hit them. You gotta beat them, and that's what they
Hell,
deserve.
hell, what happened to Scared Straight? I remember Scared Straight.
Yep. Yep.
Where I lived in Broadway, the prison was down the street. They used
That's
to,
what
they
they
used
used to
to,
sit there and say that, like, your parents need to scare you straight, beat the hell out of you.
AK, there's a difference between mistakes and destruction of property. Like, bro, I'm telling you, if you saw this video, they all saw it. You would be like, are you serious? Kitchen counters broken, toilets broken, sink tubs broken, mirrors broken. refrigerator thrown all over the place, clothes, everything in the house, furniture turned all over from a kid for not because your phone was taken away. So that's to me is not a mistake. That's now, how did a child get to that point? Is it something the parents taught them, or is it something they saw online? That's why I say, have we lost grip with our children? Because it's like, I would, man, can you imagine now if they can do that to his own mother's home? What do you think he's
Right.
going to do to all of our homes if he was in our homes or whatever?
Yeah, but even if he's just walking down the neighborhood and like
car,
he wanted
somebody's car,
he wanted to get in somebody's
exactly.
car or something.
Yeah, and that's the point. That's why I'm saying it's this, and that question is not just for individual parents. It's all
Right.
of us as a society. Have we lost grip with our children? Because of this, the internet, the things that are out there on the internet. I mean, it can be a great tool, but it could be a deadly tool. Someone said it earlier. It's like a hammer. A hammer can be a tool to build a house, but it can also do damage on a person. So it's like where's that line? Where's that boundary? My parents let us drink in the house when we were like 20. None of us are. Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, I was doing it at one. I'm not gonna lie. You hear different time, different era, because I'm talking about the 60s. It's the 60s, but I know how to drink responsibly. I mean, I'm not an alcoholic. Now, look, I can throw down, I can go through some cases. Heck, in college, the keg was for me. Everyone knew that keg is mine. If y'all go get another keg, that keg is mine, and I would drink a whole keg. Seriously, I would drink a whole keg. But I also know, look, I'm not going to drink every day if I don't need to. If I want to, if I want to have a sip of wine, I'm gonna have a sip of wine. If I want some vodka, whatever, I'm gonna do me. But I'm also not drinking and driving. I'm not all over the place. You're not seeing me walking down the street or rolling in my wheelchair, drunk, tipsy, all over the place. No, coach is in the house. If I get drunk, I'm in my house. It's my business.
Yep.
So same thing. They would rather have us drinking than go drinking. Exactly. So. And that's my point. So, but like I said, I grew up in a different time, different era. So, I'm just saying we need that silly string war back soon. Okay, what is this?
The silly string is my son attacks me with silly string.
Okay, I get it.
I'm watching the Eagles game. He'll come in and shoot silly string at me, or or something like that.
See, and that what? That's also a different way of showing affection.
Right.
Which parents need to do, and that's
You
the
gotta
type
play
of
a little
things.
bit with your kids. They just
Yes.
hey, he throws snowballs at me. Hey, we're in the house.
Well,
He throws snowballs at me
you know
while I'm
what?
on live.
You know what? I did do certain things. Like my daughters would always paint my fingernails or my toenails. They would do pretend makeup on my face when they were
Right.
young. I would do that. So yeah. So I mean, I guess I did
My
have certain
son did
boundaries.
like me and my son made a bet. Eagles beat Kansas City. I get to put a pie in his face. If the Kansas City beat the Eagles, he get to put a pie in my face. He put a pie in my face because we lost. I mean, he has fun.
Exactly. No, and see that's the thing. You do reward your child with certain things, and
Right.
That's different. That's a great bonding relationship. That's
Right.
something that he's going to. It's like my granddaughter. She just got student of the month last month. So I went and I bought her a gift and I sent it to her. So and as a reward. And when she came over, we talked about it. And she was really appreciative, but she also understands you work hard, you get rewarded.
Right.
Real simple. So,
That's
but
how it works.
that to me is how you build confidence in your child, build a great relationship, as opposed to giving them whatever they want. Because my kids will tell you, my dad's favorite word for us was no. Dad, can I? No. How were your grades? What were you doing? Did you do this? I see a little small instance with my girlfriend, 7-year-old, 250, 5 foot. Oh, okay. You got me. You got me for a second. I'm sorry, Lee. I'm sorry. I had to slow down a second. So, with your 7-year-old girlfriend, 250 pounds, 5'2" daughter, she's too buddy with her, no authority figure in her life for real. But I know how to be diabolical. I know. See, here you go. But here's the thing: if the kid did 7 years worth of damage, that tells me that woman let. Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. No,
That's
we're
why
with you. We
there's no
said that.
discipline there.
We said that, and now you want to take their, what did you do to lead up to that? So, and that's where it's like, now that child is, and I'm scared to say it, but that child may be headed for a life of crime.
Yep.
I don't want to sit here and think a child is like that, but there was always a kid that you were like, yo, that's a bad kid. That stay away from that kid. That's going to be a problem down the road. She let him get away with too much, and that's yeah, and that's why it's like I keep posing the question: did we lose grip with our kids today?
Yep.
That child have them arrested and drop the charges, scare them. Yeah, exactly. So, what's up, Charles? Thanks for tapping in, brother. Appreciate you.
Charles
So,
is in the building. What's
yeah,
good,
see,
Charles?
from everything you explained, don't blame the kid. I blame the parent.
You got to blame both.
AK, you
Like,
got both. You want to
AK
blame
got a
both.
point there. Because there's no discipline.
70,000. Look, if you said the kid got upset and threw a punch and broke a mirror, one mirror, okay, then well, you let them get to that point. But now,
Yeah, but how come she never stopped?
you know what, AK? I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send you the video.
How
So
come she didn't? How come she
I
didn't
forgot. I
stop
can send it to you.
him as he was doing it?
Yeah, AK. Where's AK's number? Send it to AK. Okay, bro, check your phone. I just sent it to you. And you watch that video and you tell me there's something that you need to do. Smash them. Yeah, Charles, thank you, brother.
Thank you
Appreciate
so
you.
much, Charles.
Granted, he shouldn't have destroyed the house either, but let him. No, we agree with you. We're all that the mother's culpable too. TOO. That's why I'm saying that. But that child has some culpability too. So
Yes.
Nick and Gracer, thank you. All right, Lou. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Thanks for your contribution, man. So is
Thank you,
being I like that. This one is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Never heard of that one. I like that one. Season bit again. All right, so you guys are ready to talk football. So let's get ready to. I used timeouts as a junior. He learned quickly. Quick mom's not playing price exactly as the test and time doesn't work with her. But she knows when she does something. Exactly. Everybody's different. Little Griffin saying Eagles 28-13. Manners and respect. Exactly. And bro, sit here and think that the kid just anything was yeah. All right. You guys are phenomenal today, man.
and
So
lighten
this is the
up.
last one. Bro, he worked up 70 down. He probably did 20,000 too. Good point. That's a good point, AK. Yeah, 30,000 last year, 70, yeah. Good point. And I mean, yeah, we don't know the full backstory. It's just when I
Right.
saw that, I was just like, man, that's crazy. But let's go ahead and let's start getting over into the NFL. Last week. Sorry, Eagles fans. I know, I know. Let's bring it up. You got to talk about it. Here you go. Eagles lost in overtime to the Chargers. And I will say this: when I was talking to my brother about the game, the one thing I said, about the interception that hurt that last one, I said, the cornerback they were running what is known as the smash route concept. For those of you who don't understand, that's somebody running something short in the flat area, and then you run a corner route over the top. And when I saw it, and I knew what he was trying to do, that's why that cornerback was playing him. He played in between where he should have went to your tight end in the flat. He should have went to the tight end. I'm going to be honest with you. because that cornerback, or you need to put that ball deep over the top into the back corner, not flat line, because that's exactly what he did.
What about the guy that was open?
I didn't break it down, so I didn't know somebody else was open. So
I think
that's fair.
it was Goddard that I believe was
That's
open.
the tight end in the flat. That's what I was
Yeah.
saying. That's the one, number 88, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was open in the flat. The cornerback was over the top of him, and he baited what you call it to throw it flat line, and that's why he backed off of Goddard. Because if he had thrown it to Goddard, all right, you get tackled, but now you still have the opportunity to continue on. So that was a tough one, But I understand. And now look,
he didn't do his checkdowns. He was just he looked at one guy and that was it.
All the turnovers through the course of the game, you guys are 1,000%. The one that Brown tipped, I'm not going to put solely on him. Could he have brought it down a little bit, let him make it a little bit more catchable? You can make that argument.
I mean, his hands touched it. He should have caught it.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. So,
the one I don't like was when he threw it to the defensive tackle. Threw an interception to the defensive tackle. Defensive tackle fumbles the ball. Jalen Hurts picks up the ball and fumbles it. Coach, I never saw a quarterback throw an interception in one play and fumble the ball in one damn play.
I have. I'm not gonna lie to you. I have.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It was our team did the interception and then caused the fumble. So yeah, no, but I get what you're saying. You've never seen it in the NFL.
You never saw it in the NFL. You're right. He should have went down to the ground or something.
Yeah, I mean he played. He did not play a good game. I will be honest with you. But you had opportunities to win.
Call a good game.
No, that was and I said it. I said it to my brother. I said I see what y'all talking about with this coordinator. So telling you what.
Here you go. Here's a good call by the coordinator. He went to kick a field goal, right? Nick Sirianni freezes his kicker and says, "Hey, let Jalen Hurts throw one more pass." And he gets all like fucking boo-boo lipped, and he's over there arguing and saying, "Hey, get back off the field. I want to go for it." He froze his own kicker. Fuck you, freeze your own kicker.
I will say this: if the head coach says, and let's go for it, everybody else needs to shut up and do what he says because he's the head man in charge. Whether you agree with it or not. But I get what you're saying. You're freezing your kicker. You're making it tough. But I will.
He just threw it out of bounds. He didn't even throw it near a person. Where did he get even dropped?
I know. He's trying to make the ball
get. Like, here you go.
He's trying to move the ball closer to get it to make it a little bit easier.
To kill the clock more.
No, and sometimes I get it. That's the catch-22 of a coach because sometimes I'm thinking the same thing. If it's 10 seconds, do I have enough time to get one, maybe two more plays in and kick a field goal with 2 seconds left? And it also depends on where you're at on the field. So again, it's a catch-22. I get it. I really do. I get it. That's why I said, it was a bad game for Hurts and for your coordinators. It should be better if they had a legend like Jim Kelly.
Get the hell out of here, please. Jim Kelly. Please come over here with Jim Kelly. Stop it.
Jim Kelly. He knows how much you hate Jim Kelly.
Can't stand Jim Kelly.
No, I know. But go ahead. You know what? I'm gonna let you take the time and rant about your Eagles.
Pissed, man. That was so awful. It went in overtime, and we could have won the game. But our goddamn stupid play calling, stupid coaches, and it's all over. And then they bring a fucking bunny, an Easter bunny, for the good vibe. What the fuck is that? Who does that? In here, nobody in anybody's locker room put an Easter bunny out there with good vibes.
Huh?
Yeah, you didn't hear that?
No.
Oh yeah, the Eagles brought a fucking Easter bunny in the locker room. A big blow up Easter bunny. I guess he was like 8 foot, 10 foot tall Easter bunny. Says good for good vibes. It's getting ridiculous, Coach.
That makes no kind of
This
sense.
coach brought an Easter bunny for good vibes. Apparently they popped it because we lost in OT, but I mean he put it. Yeah, you look it up. The Eagles brought an Easter bunny in there for good vibes. You got to look at it, and it's so stupid, Coach.
Is this Pop Warner or something?
I thought they were grown men.
I
didn't know they were 6 years old, 8 years old.
Look. This ain't what is that baseball movie where they had the female owner, and they were every win they were taking a piece of her clothes off. Major League. Was it no Major League 2? I think it was Major League 2.
No, Major League 1, wasn't it?
No, Major League 2. That's where the woman owned the team. But I'm saying
that's right. That's where the woman owned the
now
team.
I can get good
and they
vibes.
Ripping, like they had her, and they took a little piece every game we win.
Yeah, because she wanted the team to lose. For what I think she was trying to sell it. But I'm like, yo, I that good vibes I could get. I could get behind that. But an Easter bunny?
Was an Easter bunny.
A stuffed rabbit?
And you said there was a blow up Easter bunny. A blow up Easter bunny that you hang outside.
A blow up rabbit.
A blow up rabbit.
Okay.
An Easter bunny saying good vibes. This is for good vibes. And then put it by Saquon Barkley's locker, and he's like, what the fuck is this? And why is it by my locker? I'm the only one fucking thinking positive here, and here you are putting it by my locker.
It wasn't a joke or anything.
It's not a joke. It was serious. Nick Sirianni's dumb.
Wow.
It was ridiculous. You got to look it up, Coach. I'm not lying to you. You could show it. Put it on the go to Eagles. PhiladelphiaEagles.com. It's on there still, apparently.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Dude,
Please. Oh, I didn't want to say that, Blaze. I did not want to say that.
All right, Blaze.
Okay.
You gotta stop it now.
He needs some Kenny.
Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous. And then if you don't want to blame Jalen Hurts for the 4 interceptions and the fumble, Jesus Christ. Then oh my God. Oh.
Places on the roll. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
He said, did he? Let me stop.
Right,
Go ahead, finish what you were saying. Finish your rant, bro.
I don't know anymore. He's got me off. All right.
Yeah,
we fucked up. Like, if you don't want to blame Jalen Hurts and his 4 interceptions and fumble, you got to blame the coaches.
Yeah, no, I mean, look,
the coaches called some stupid plays, and
yes.
When your head coach freezes your kicker because you're going for the field goal, and you freeze it, and you freeze your own kicker, how the fuck you freeze your own kicker?
Yeah, I'm with you. The freezing the kicker, like I said, I do understand certain situations as a coach. I will say that. Because it depends on the time, where you're at on the field, and do you want to make the kick a little bit easier? How many timeouts do you have? So there are other things that I'm going to include into that. So I don't know the full spectrum of what was happening at that point in time. I don't remember. So, but Um,
He's one of the funniest comment in the
yeah,
world. Yes.
yeah, he did.
Yes,
He
Dad, he
did.
did.
He did. He did.
That
He
was a good
did.
one,
That
Blaze.
was, yeah, that definitely was.
That
So,
took me off.
yeah. So, but and if your kicker misses, then it's like, look, you really messed up to that point. But the bottom line is, um, if I remember correctly, you had the opportunity to win the game, so you didn't have to go to overtime, and
Yeah.
you were forced to kick the field goal. So, if I'm
Right,
not
but yeah,
mistaken,
Nick Sirianni frees the kicker,
yeah,
and it took us in overtime.
yeah. So, I mean, I get where you guys are
We
coming
could
from.
have won the game by a field goal.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I mean, what was it? No, yeah, it would have been a field goal.
No. Oh, earlier in the game, yeah,
Yeah, it was
earlier, yeah,
tied,
yeah.
and we could have won it by a field goal, but Nick Sirianni froze his kicker.
Yeah, I mean, there are some questionable calls. I will give you that. I definitely will give you that. So, it's like, hmm. I see. Like I said, I'm talking to my brother. I said, I see where you Eagles fans are coming from. So, um, speaking on Eagles fans, I got to remember. And let me write this down so I don't forget. I got to call my brother, my youngest brother, because he lives in South Jersey, and he sent out pictures of my nephew wearing a Saquon Barkley jersey and an Eagles jersey, and my youngest brother is a Giants fan like me. Like, what the hell? I'm like, bro, I don't care if he is in South Jersey. Nah, you
Oh, the
ain't.
Eagles are at 1 today. I thought
They're
the Eagles were
one.
at 4.
Are you hosting or in L? Oh, Liza is doing live. Love me some Liza. So,
I thought the Eagles were at 4 today. They're at 1.
hold on, let me see. Chicago, Cleveland, Jets, Jacksonville, Giants are at 1. Oh, you guys are hosting. Yeah, you're at 1 o'clock. Yeah, we're gonna be wrapping up soon. So, um, what's up, Barcool? 4 inch of snow. You think we got? Yeah, we all are dealing with it. Giant. I mean, hell,
We
heck,
got a lot of snow. We got a lot of snow.
I mean, I'm 15 minutes from MetLife Stadium, so I know. So, like I said, and I gotta check and see. But yeah, you guys are at 4 o'clock. So, I mean,
And
that
we're
was
at
a
1.
tough. I
It's
mean,
at
1
1
o'clock.
o'clock.
1 o'clock. That was a tough one for you guys there. So let me see something real quick. Box score. Yeah, 21-40. Bad game. 244 interceptions. Yeah. Barkley, you know, 122. Now he did have 52, so 19 for 70. So I will say there were times I was saying you guys should have been running a little bit more.
Yeah,
Um,
we had to run. We had to run the ball on the outside, night,
mm-hmm,
but we run it in the inside, Coach.
mm-hmm,
One
mm-hmm.
time, way too much. We got to run on the outside. Barkley's fast. You should let him run on the outside more often, and they're not doing that.
If you want some inside attack, you can go off tackle. So if you can go right off your tackle sometimes, or you can hinge it to go off the guard in between the guard tackle, having
Right.
the tackle kick out. You can do that if you open up the alley that way. If you're trying to get him inside to go to the outside. Because I'll tell you what, if I know you're always sending him to the outside, I don't have to defend the inside. You're making it easy for me. At least you want to give a look that you can at least, you can even do a bounce where you could send him going up the gut and then he bounces it to the outside, or even some type of a counteraction, something to that effect, where at least you have the defense has to stay honest. Not saying you have to run it inside often, but if you give a look, it makes it easier to attack the defense, and they have to play a little bit more true. But for example, if I know that you're always running to the outside to your tight end side, I might be
Yep.
slanting. I might slant my line to your tight end side, and bring if I'm too high, bring my strong safety down just to give extra help. with the backside linebackers playing for any type of reverse or cutback. So, but again, I said in that game, I'm like, yo, you should be letting Saquon run a little bit more.
And they did.
And yeah, you didn't. He's been wanting to, you guys have been saying you've been wanting him to run a lot more because
Yep.
he hasn't been doing it as much as he.
Listen, when you run the ball, it opens up the
Yes.
and
Yes,
vice
it does.
versa.
Yes.
But when you're throwing the ball so much, you gotta run it to throw the other team off.
Here's the thing, Halftime. And I know it's a loss, but you lost by. It's a bad game, and you lost by 3 points. If you run more, that's telling me you actually control this game, and you may not have blown them out per se, but you control the game, and it would be to your advantage,
Yeah, but
and you
couldn't
force them to
control
do
it at
other
the end
things.
of the
So
game.
then you could pass a little bit more, and you could be
Yeah.
more efficient and
Right.
effective in the pass game. 21 for 40. That's not efficient and effective.
No, it's not good at all.
No. So, and you're going contrary to what made you the Super Bowl champs last year.
Yep.
Was your run game.
Yep.
So because I didn't understand. I'm like, but now
I
when I
always
saw that game,
say they took away or taken away with the Eagles how the Eagles won the Super Bowl, and they're going opposite and trying to do it a different way. And no, run the damn ball.
Exactly.
Fans can know this, and then the freaking goddamn people that make millions of dollars don't. It boggles my mind.
Yes. Oh, my middle daughter's sending me pictures from Minnesota. She's showing me the snow out there. I was like, what the heck is that? Okay, sorry. So, it's now. What type of concerns do you have going forward? First of all, do you think you guys can take the division?
Yeah, but that's because our division ain't that good. You know what I mean? Problem is, how many wins are we gonna get?
Because you have
There's 4 more games. Maybe 1, maybe 2. I think we win today. I think we might win against one game against the Commanders. But I mean, like, we're gonna lose. Like out of the 5, I said we're gonna lose 3.
I'm pulling up your schedule now.
So I mean, if we lose to the Raiders today, I can't tell you. You know what I mean?
No, I think y'all should be.
How bad it's been crazy, Coach.
It's
been really
snow.
that bad.
Vegas is coming out to the East Coast. It's snow. Come on, man. I mean, here's the rest of your schedule.
Listen, I don't think we're going to lose to the Raiders. But I'm watching Jalen Hurts throw 4 interceptions. What if he does 4 interceptions against the Raiders?
Here's what I think you guys should be doing. Run the damn football.
Really? Shoot. Can you be my coach for now, please?
I mean, it's cold weather.
Dude,
you got a West
fans. That's why they keep on yelling. They run the ball, but we don't run the ball.
You got bad weather. You got snow. This team.
Jalen Hurts is afraid to run anymore.
Who cares about Jalen Hurts? Run Saquon.
He don't want to run Saquon. They don't want to do it.
No, this is the time you do it. This is the time you do this. This will also get your offensive line. I'm telling you, your offensive line. Hell, go 6 offensive linemen and tell the Raiders we're running the damn football. You can't stop us.
Yeah, I agree with
you. Especially here's the reason, and I can't reiterate it.
We're going to be home.
Yeah, you're at home. That's why I'm saying this. Vegas is coming to the
and
East.
We won't run the ball. Watch, we won't run the ball.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
We're launching the ball all day long. Watch.
I'm sitting here saying to myself, if y'all beat Vegas 35-0,
we should though.
Yeah.
We should be 35-40, nothing.
And they don't have anything offensively that I think would put you
Yeah,
in.
but even if we win and we win by like a field goal or
That's
just a
bad.
touchdown,
That's
I'm not
bad.
going to feel good about this team. The
I get
Raiders
you.
are
I
right.
get
They
you.
only won 2 games this year.
I get you. I get you.
It's just it's been bad all the way around, and even the Eagles fans don't know what Eagles team is going to show the fuck up
Mm-hmm.
every other
Mm-hmm.
week.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's been bad.
Well, I will say this though. You
We
should. Yeah, to
will
me,
definitely beat the Raiders. I'm not saying we're not going to beat the Raiders, but
Washington, in Washington, I will say this: it depends on what Washington I see today, because Washington is supposedly
right,
getting a lot of their players back. So, and if they beat the Giants today, then that they're going to want to play spoiler against you guys at least next week.
right.
And then Buffalo is going to be tough. I will admit that. I mean, even though they're not the dominant Buffalo that we've seen in the past,
Well, I think Buffalo beats us. I think we win one of the Washington games. So, like I said, we're gonna. Like I said, out of
you go
5
two
games,
and
we were
two.
only gonna win 2.
Wow.
We're gonna win. We're gonna win against the Raiders, and we're gonna win against Washington.
Let me
One of the
see something.
Washington games.
Let me see something. I have it right there. Standings. Division. So you are only a game and a half in front of Dallas.
Yeah,
Bro, you can't win just 2 games.
I know.
You have to win 3 to win the division. Because
Well,
Dallas,
Dallas is gonna lose. So.
I'm pulling up their schedule now to take a look here. Because they play us last. I think they got Minnesota. I think they win Minnesota. The Chargers are coming to they could win all 4 of those games.
Nah, they're not.
Yes, they can.
No,
They're
yeah,
beating Minnesota.
Washington's gonna play spoiler. They're gonna win that one.
Minnesota. But the Washington game is contingent upon what happens with the
They're
Giants
gonna lose
today
to the
and you guys.
Chargers. They're gonna lose to the
I
Chargers.
don't think they'll lose to the Chargers.
I do.
I don't, bro. I don't. I'm sitting here looking. I'm like, yo, they could go 4-0. You guys,
I don't think they're
you're
going
only
4-0.
1.5.
They're not going 4-0.
What I'm saying is they can go 4-0.
Yes, they got to win throughout. Yes.
And if you win only 2 games, they get the division. I didn't realize it was that close.
No, it's close. It's close. It's not funny.
But if that's the case, then let me see standings again. I want to see something conference. Oh no, this is what I'm looking for playoffs. Okay, you got the 3rd spot for the whatchamacallit. If you go 2-2, you could end up being out of the playoffs. You can't win 2 games and Dallas wins 4 games.
We're only winning 2 games, so
because Carolina thinks you got Seattle, you got Frisco, Chicago, Detroit, even Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Bro, that's crazy.
It's a nail biter right now. I'm hoping we win today. I'm just saying. Eagles lost the way that this year's going. The games that you should have won, Eagles needed to win. They didn't win.
I will say this. I do think you win 3 of those games at minimum. I do. You win 3, you got the division.
Do you think we're going to beat Buffalo?
No, I think you take both Washington games. Because here's the other thing, too. Like, and this is the thing, like, with Giants fans, too, because there's some Giants fans who say Washington is trying to lose out because then they can move up in the draft order. If the Giants win, because right now, technically, the Giants have the number 1 overall draft pick. And I'm sorry to all you Giants fans who want the Giants to tank and lose out. You lucky I'm not the head coach because I don't believe in that. I'm going to win every last one of those games. I don't care about anything else. But if Washington loses to the Giants, they've split with the Giants, so it just depends on the other factors. They could end up with a in position over the Giants, and that means they're going to get a higher draft pick. So that's why I'm like, and now do you let if Jaden Daniels looks a little iffy, he's not too good. Do you let
Right.
him play the rest of the game? So that's why I'm like looking at it. That's why I'm saying to you.
I mean, if we can take both Washington games, I'd feel better. But listen, I'm not saying we're gonna beat the Raiders. The Raiders got 2 wins.
Yeah, I know that. The
And no,
Raiders are right behind the
Eagles are
Giants.
not gonna be back on track, Bobby, when we win against the Raiders. Everybody gonna bring out the pom-poms. You beat the Raiders, but no. The Raiders only won 2 games. It's been 2 games, right? The Raiders only won 2 games?
Yeah, I'm looking for it now. Yeah, the Raiders they have 2 games. The Raiders, Titans, and Giants all have 2 wins.
Yeah, so like it ain't no big can't throw a party
And the
because you're gonna
Commanders
beat
are
a
right there,
freaking
bro.
team that
Look
only
at
has
the
2
Commanders.
wins.
The Commanders only have 3 wins.
Yeah.
So right now between the Commanders and the Giants, either they're both going to have 3 wins, or the Commanders are going to go up to 4 wins. So they're still at the bottom spectrum of the league in a sense. So,
And I just think Washington's going to play spoiler against Dallas and the Eagles. I think that Washington's going to win against Dallas, and I think Washington is at least going to get 1 against us.
Now, I mean, I can see where you're coming from. Yes, and what you're saying is true. That the Washington is the division game. You can never sleep on division games, no matter what. With all 4 teams,
Right.
it goes that way. So, let me see something. What is this? Let me see. Division is the 3rd column. The Eagles in the division are 2-2. Where's Dallas at? Dallas is 3-1. Washington is 1-1, and the Giants are 1-3. So take that for what it's worth. Washington has to finish out because they play most of their games in the division. So
Right.
we're going to see where they end up at. The Giants just have 2 division games left, and you guys have 2 division games left too. So.
Yep.
I mean, this is where it's going to play out. You guys have more to play for, so that's why I think you
Right.
guys are in a better position.
I mean, I'm not worried about the Raiders game.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about Buffalo. Then you have
Washington. You have the 2 with Washington. But see, that's why I say today is going to be an indicator. If Washington loses, I'm sorry, you're definitely taking. To me, I give you a 97% chance of winning both of those games with Washington if they lose today. Now, if they win today, yeah, you're right. The percentages go down, and they want to play spoiler to you guys most definitely.
Well, and I think that's what's going to happen. I mean, that's just what I think's going to happen. Yes, could I be wrong? Yeah.
No, I
it's any given Sunday.
Yeah,
you don't know what's going to happen.
No, exactly.
Nobody knows right now if the Eagles are really going to beat the Raiders.
No, that's anyone. I mean, look.
And I mean, I know everybody says, "Oh, we got this in the bag."
No, look, bro.
Win the game.
You lost to us the first time this year too. So come on, let's be honest. So no one thought that.
So that's my thing.
No. What I'm saying when I say that, no one thought that. Not even me. That first game, I didn't see that. With the Giants
I thought we were going to sweep the Giants.
Exactly. So that's why I'm saying like you said, any given Sunday, yeah. Washington can win. Yes, you were so right.
Right.
So it just comes down to, you play to win the game, as Herm Edwards once said. That's all it comes down to. So, as far as the Giants, we were on a bye last week. So shout out to Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson. They were making their TV debuts on the network. So And I heard Jameis Winston was having a good one. He's primed for it, and he might bite. Once his career is done, we're probably going to see Jameis on TV. On
On
Fox.
ESPN?
Yeah, no, I think he's going to end up with Fox. So,
Fox?
yeah, because he was on Fox. He was on Fox, and Russell Wilson was on CBS last week. So, and they both did well. Russell Wilson was more, he was more buttoned down, reserved, professional. Jameis, not saying Jameis wasn't professional, but he has that comedic type of aura around him. So,
Right.
So we'll see, but that's pretty much it. The Giants today, we host Washington, so we'll see what happens with that game. Jackson Dart is coming back. He's going to be the starting quarterback today. So with this weather, we'll see what happens. Abdul Carter, all reports are he's the first one to the facility and then the last one to leave, and he's been on his P's and Q's. So hopefully he's, got, from all the publicity, he got the message, and, hopefully, he could start, rounding into form going into next year. So, and again, like I said, I've gone on a lot of spaces. There's the split between the fan base. There's a lot of fans who want the Giants to lose out so they could stay in the number one spot. And if they end up with the number one spot, draft season, I've even done a little drafting. Should I show y'all what I did?
No.
Nah, I'm not gonna do that. Nah. Now's not the time. So that's been about it. So and we're gonna get into the last subject, and it's gonna be about the NBA. So yesterday, Embiid put up 39 points. Paul George did 23, and you didn't even have Maxey, and y'all won.
Right. Yep.
I mean, what's your thoughts?
Where's Embiid been at the whole year? It's about time he showed the fuck up.
But I kept saying to you, look, bro, if he gives you something to that, look, 39, I'm not expecting him 39. But if he's giving you 25 a game and a double-double, that makes you guys that much better, much more
When
potent.
you don't have Maxey, it like panic sets in.
But look at this. In the East, you're in the 4th spot.
Yeah.
And you did that without Maxey. Remember what I kept saying? You guys are a lot better than you're giving your and the injuries are going to be key. Injuries are key. I get it.
Right.
And if Embiid
I don't even
and
think they have Maxey tonight. I think Maxey's going to be out tonight.
But the thing is Embiid and Paul George can play just giving you 20-something points. That makes you that much better than when Maxey comes back. Bro, I'm telling you, if you're competing with for the conference, it's not going to surprise me. It's really not. He's not giving you a double-double, coach. He can't rebound. Barlow makes Embiid look better. Okay, Nick, but what did he do yesterday?
He did good. He almost had a double-double.
Let me see.
He had 9 rebounds, right?
I think so. That's my point. It's like, where is it? Yesterday.
Maxey's going to be out. Oubre. Embiid is a game time decision.
And think about that. You're in the 4th spot and you have a lot of injuries. Yep. Embiid had nine rebounds yesterday.
Yeah, he had 9 rebounds.
He almost had a double-double. That's why I say double-double. Yeah. So I mean, the opportunity. This is my point. If he gives you that, and everyone else gives you what they are capable of doing, this team is not. They're not a 7th. They're not fighting for the play-in. They're fighting for the conference. They're fighting to be in the top 4. You have the talent. That's my point. If the Sixers want to be contenders, they should trade for Giannis. Okay, Damien. That's your opinion.
That ain't happening, Damien.
That's your opinion. So,
Damian, that's not happening.
I don't even think Giannis. Well, I mean, Milwaukee can trade him there if you guys give him the right package. Now you have young talent that you can trade for him, along with a
Yeah,
vet
but
like
they're
either.
not gonna.
No, I
You're gonna
know
have to
that.
get rid of Embiid or something
Or
like
Paul
that. And,
George. You're gonna have to
yeah,
get rid of Embiid or Paul George for money, but you have draft picks and young talent. Yes, you do. If you put in, imagine if you had Embiid and Giannis with Maxey.
right.
All jokes aside, yeah, you're probably going to have to give up Edgecombe, probably Grimes, along with Paul George, because of the money.
Yeah,
So it's not. Blaze is not as dumb as you think. Because if you put Embiid and Giannis together along with Maxey, y'all winning the conference, bro. That's why I don't think it's dumb. I think it's going to happen. It's just like saying the Knicks are going to get Giannis right now. No, it's not. It's not going to happen.
yeah. You're not.
So
The Sixers ain't getting. Sixers are not going for Giannis.
no, I don't think you are.
That
You have
is
to see
nowhere. That's no. I don't think that's not even in their thought.
No, Blaze, we all agree. I don't think it's happening, but it's not a dumb comment. That's what I'm getting at. Because you have what Milwaukee would want. You can give them Paul George because the money will add up, but you have young talent and then maybe some draft picks. So Milwaukee would go with that. So, but so that's why I'm saying it's not dumb. Is it highly probable? I mean, is it most likely? No, it's
No.
highly unlikely to happen. So that's where I'm going with it, because it's just like when we were saying, do I want the Knicks to get Giannis? Hell yeah! If you can give up Towns for Giannis and maybe one other young player, and then that will go. Okay, fine. But do I think it's going to happen? Hell no. Nah, Demon's comment always dumb. Oh, okay. I got what you're saying. All right, so I guess that's okay. Busy. So, all right, look, has earned it done. No, I get what you're saying there. That's why I kind of initially it was like a little too set. It was like Damien. I was like, okay, I get it. Yeah, he
I
goes
just
through.
say no, and that's it.
Yeah,
I don't.
But
knock
I mean,
people for calling them dumb.
if as Knicks fans we can envision. Look, you as Sixers fan, look. If that was to get out there and they were saying Giannis is okay going there, y'all would be going crazy. Sorry, y'all would.
Yeah, if
Y'all would.
ESPN said, "Oh, the Sixers are going for then every Sixers
Yeah.
fan would be like, "Okay, look, yay."
Yeah, exactly.
They wouldn't say ESPN's dumb. They wouldn't do that.
No, because especially if Shams is the one saying it, because you all know he's like the Adam Scheffler. So
I was like, I mean, like, you just don't call people dumb. Maybe if that's what he wants,
No.
that's what he get. You know what I mean?
no, I get it. So, but I mean, as far as where you guys are standing in the conference, like I said, you're in the fourth part.
That was a great win last night. I mean,
Yep.
yeah, the last night with Embiid and all. I mean, not last night, the other night before. Sorry.
No, I got you. I mean,
Embiid had a great night. I mean, like, a lot of people don't
exactly.
like Embiid no more. Like, it's like, hey, where was this been? It was
But
great
that's
to
my
see
point.
him playing good. It was great to see Paul George playing good.
My thing is this: if Embiid, look, he's not the Embiid of old. I get it, and I'm not saying he's going to be a consistent double, but if he can get you 25 points, 9 rebounds, and get you like 3-4 assists a game, you can get 20 points, and then you still have Maxey. If Maxey can get you to 30 plus points a game, seriously, that's something that has to be respected. Now, are you going to rest Embiid and Paul George throughout the rest of the season? Yes. You have other guys coming back. The main point is to keep yourself in position so at the end of the season, you're in the top 4. That's really where you want to be. You want to be in those top 4, top 3 if you can. So
there's a lot of basketball left.
Yeah. It's a good idea to see. It's a good to see Embiid have a great night, but like Coach says, he don't need to do all that down, but it's nice to see him do it exactly. That's it.
It was really good to see him do it. So I was happy with it. I was like, where the hell is this been?
Now. You don't need Embiid. You don't need him, no. But see, now if that's what makes it more dangerous. You don't need him. So if you don't need him and he gives you something, now it's like you become that dangerous team. So, and that's why it's like me personally as a Knicks fan, I'm respecting y'all even more. So it's like, whoo, bro. Trust me, Blaze, I want CP3, but it's not going to happen. Hell, I would get Giannis too, but it ain't going to because the Bulls are. Oh, okay. He's a Bulls fan. Sixers have death too this year for exactly. So that's why it's like, yo, y'all stay in the top 4. Heck, if y'all can get to the top spot, man, come on now.
Right.
And y'all have Giannis ready for the playoffs and Paul George. Come on, bro. I'm like, yo, shoot, please. The Bulls are about to get AD. What? Oh, all right. You probably messing with him. Okay. I'm not even gonna touch that one. I'm not even gonna touch that one. So, I mean, look, you guys are in a good spot right now. For all the doom and gloom, all you Sixers fans were having, I'm sorry, and I kept saying, I've been saying it, and I'm gonna keep saying it. You guys are in a good spot. You guys are in a good spot. Yes, you don't need major damaging injuries. Yes, for anything like that. It's just like the Knicks. You can't have Cat or Brunson or OG. Guys like that. Yeah, it's the same thing. So but you guys are in a good spot. If you are there competing, first of all, for the division, because right now you see it's New York, Boston, and Philly. Toronto is still there too. So that means our division is going to be tough.
Cavaliers are going to get up there. Cavaliers later in the year is going to get up there.
Yes, no, I know that. I know that.
I mean, Detroit, like everybody's acting like this is the signed, sealed, and delivered, but
yeah. So
I mean, Cavaliers is going to creep up more.
Yeah, Giannis is probably going to the. We'll see. I think he stays with Milwaukee. No AD trade, but talks. But Bulls is the thing. Very happy from what I read. Okay. Yeah, it's a joke. Okay. Yabu has been bad all season. He's starting to play into. I think he's just been out of shape because there are some things he's doing. Our bench needs to do a whole lot better. So I will say that. So. But again, to close out the Sixers, you guys are in a good spot. So, right now I'm getting more excited because the division is close now with the top 4 teams. Yep. And that's what we need. We need to all be fighting because it's going to be pushing each other. And imagine if our division has the top 6 teams, think about that. That makes it even much better, overall, because we're going to be fighting and clawing, and someone will probably end up in the top spot. Do I want it to be my Knicks? Of course, but like I said, can I say this? Be surprised if I see the Sixers there? No. Now I will say I will be surprised if Boston gets there with all the injuries, but they still have a good squad. So, we'll see what happens. And as far as the Knicks, they won yesterday, so they play for the Cup Tuesday against San Antonio, who beat Thunder yesterday. I was surprised by that. So, but it's going to be tough because Wemby is back, and that's a hard guard for New York. That's a hard guard. So, but Brunson, put up 40 points yesterday. So, and Cat did 20 plus. I think he did 25, and OG did 20 something. So, and we've had injuries too. Deuce McBride is out, so we'll see as we go forward. How things hold up. So, like I said, I'm excited. I'm ready for this grind. Starting to get into basketball a little bit. Football for me pretty much is done. It's just where does the Giants end up? So, and right now it's only going to be the Knicks that I have because nothing else that I'm rooting for is working. Rutgers is a trash heap. So it's like, and like I said, football is pretty much done. So, so I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not rooting for no Eagles. Sorry, no Cowboys.
Oh, come on.
Nope. Can't do it.
Come on, darn it.
Nope. You know better than that.
I know.
Yeah. So, but there you have it. So, you streaming anything today, bro?
I'm going to stream the Eagles game.
Well, damn. We need to get out of here then. Because it's
Yeah.
starting in like 5 minutes.
I know.
Bro, I didn't know you
You know
were
what
streaming.
I do?
I would have ended this a long time ago, bro.
I got this.
All right. No hockey today for you?
The Sixers are later on tonight, but I'm not doing
Oh.
the Sixers. It's going to be family time.
No,
When
all
the-
right,
you
all
know,
right, all right.
decorating the Christmas tree and stuff with Mrs.
Oh,
Halftime
okay.
and the kids.
Happy holidays. Happy holidays to you. So I'm not gonna mess with y'all. I'm not gonna blow your ears out. So, but all right, well, we're gonna get out of here so Halftime can get ready and get over to his Eagle stream. Y'all tap over with him, man. Appreciate everyone being here. You too, hardcore. Thanks for being here the whole stream, man. Appreciate everyone. So it's been a pleasure. Until next time, what do you always say, bro?
Catch you on the rebound.
Peace.
We gather round for the halftime chat. Old friends cracking jokes and talking stats. From life's little games to the greatest plays. Love and the stories from the old glory days. With Philly's heart and Coach's cheer, we break it down every moment, dear. Life is a team and we've got the plan. Sports, love, and laughter, that's who we am.